What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Enter the CineVault. Sent over to me once again by my buddy Sham. Thank you so much for sending this over to me. We got some great news today. Hell House Lineage got yet another teaser trailer. So he sent this over my way today. I was able to check this out fairly quick. When I got it, it was only posted for about an hour. So I gave it a couple of watches to kind of check it out, see what it's showing us and what it's all about. But I want to pull it up here. We're going to watch it, and then I'm going to pull it back to the top, and I'm going to pause through it frame by frame. And once again, like we did before, I'm going to go through this and kind of give my thoughts on what I think it is that they're showing us here. Okay, so here we go. Hell House LLC Lineage teaser trailer number 2. And a theater release now. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so there's our teaser trailer. It's quick. It's only about 28 seconds, but again, I think they're showing us a good bit of stuff in here without saying too much. Another trailer with a bunch of kind of flash cuts and quick editing to kind of do what it's supposed to do. It's a teaser. So I'm gonna pull this up bigger on the screen so we can go back through this, and I'm gonna pull it up frame by frame almost, where I can pause and check more of this stuff out a little bit closer. All right, so here we go. Bigger on the screen so we can all see this a lot better. Let's kind of run this back. Let's pause, go through it. And once again, I'm going to give my thoughts on what I think it is that they're showing us. All right, right off the bat here, this slow shot, it's a little dark, but if we remember in the Carmichael Manor, there's a family photo of the Carmichaels, and I think this might be the photographer taking that photo. I have a feeling off to the right, it's probably where the family is standing and getting ready for the picture. I'm not 100% sure, basically just because of this lighting here, but I think that's what it might be. We saw this clown in the Carmichael Manor. We know a little bit about this clown. He was part of the carnival game. He was in the Carmichael Manor in part 4 and kind of, a presence in the house stalking Margot and Rebecca and her brother Chase. Back to the photo, I think. Okay, now this. This is interesting because this is the clown that we know from the whole Hell House series so far. This clown is, a big part of the series. But we have to look at something here. If we remember at the end of the Carmichael Manor, we see someone in this clown costume. And that person is Patrick. At the very end of the movie, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, it cuts to the basement of the Abaddon Hotel, and we found out that Patrick had been working there, and he sort of started to get involved with the cult. And at the end of that shot, he kind of stares in the camera. He says something. I forget the lines that he says, but he says something into the camera, and then we see him put this clown mask on. And then he walks to the end of the basement steps in the Abaddon Hotel, and then he starts to walk up. And if you look at his build, his body frame, this looks to me a lot like Patrick and not the mannequin clown that we've been seeing through all the movies. This was interesting too. It's a little hard to tell, but I think this could be Catherine. I think this might be the ghost of Catherine. We saw her again quickly in the Carmichael Manor when Rebecca was in the one bedroom and changing the sheets on the bed. And then she's got the camera in front of her. And, 1 minute we see this beautiful, clean bed sheets. And then it pans around, and all of a sudden we have Catherine's body in the bed, and we basically see the result of the murder that took place. So I think this could possibly be the ghost of Catherine once again. Here we are in the family room of the Carmichael Manor. If you look back in the background, that blurred picture, there's a kid sitting there. He's got a sling on his arm. That is Patrick. Once again, if we remember back to the Carmichael Manor, he was hurt in the car accident that killed his sister, and he ended up, in the sling with an injured arm. That was about the worst of his injuries, but once again, we look in the background and we can see him right here. Okay, this I'm having trouble piecing together, but this is an upstairs hallway inside the Carmichael Manor, and I think this is a priest. This looks like a priest. It's hard to see, but when I watched this earlier today a lot closer, if you look up, he's dressed in all black, looks very much like a priest's outfit, and then if you look near the collar, you can kind of see the white kind of collar insert that most priests wear. So this is some kind of priest up in the upper hallway of the Carmichael Manor. So, not quite sure what this means yet. And then this, I think this is on the front lawn of the Carmichael Manor. We see the headlights, we see this girl screaming, and I might be off on this, but this is just kind of speculation, kind of throwing this out there. This also kind of looks like Catherine from the side profile. But Catherine's got not long, but she's got brown hair, and this is clearly a blonde girl. So this could be a new character that we're seeing for the first time, but clearly something's happening. She's seeing something, and obviously it's terrifying. There's our logo, and that right there, that excites me. Right there, only in theaters August 20th. So we're going to talk about that a little bit once we jump away from the trailer here, but I definitely want to get into that. Okay, once again, we have some interesting stuff going on in that trailer. Just like the first one, showing us a good bit of stuff, not giving away too much. Basically, the epitome of what a teaser trailer I think should be. It gives us just enough. We're seeing some things. I think it's going to pique a lot of people's interest for the movie. But there at the end, that in theaters August 20th, that has me really excited because this was supposed to be yet another Shudder original. It wasn't even supposed to hit Shudder until October. And then Icon Films or Icon Events, I believe, picked up this IP, and they are doing a theater release this time. So for the first time in the Hell House franchise, we are getting a theatrical release of a Hell House movie. So I'm hoping it's not a small kind of like B indie horror kind of release and just goes to certain local theaters in a small area. I hope this is a wider range release that we can get out there and see this thing in August, because I know I will be almost day one with a ticket on my way to any theater that gets this that's close to me. All right, so there we have it. Teaser trailer number 2 for Hell House Lineage. I'm really excited for this. There is my breakdown and my thoughts on what I think it is that they're doing here. I can also see the shift from the found footage style to the narrative style. So that is something I'm looking forward to, and I think it's going to be done pretty well. If I compare this to 825 Forest Road, that also came from Stephen Cognetti recently, I thought that was really well done, and he kind of dropped in a couple of bits of found footage into 825 Forest Road, which is very much a narrative film. So we're getting the shift now in Hell House from found footage over to narrative. And so far, from what I see, it looks really, really good. All right, so let me know in the comments. Are you guys excited for Hell House Lineage? Are you getting out to the theater in August to go see this? Like I said, I will be there most likely day one as long as I can find this and it's close to me. But yeah, I'm very excited for this and I can't wait for this to actually hit theaters. If you like what you see here, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for checking this video out. And as always, don't forget, watch more movies.